Roman Daisel here with a look at the setup for the Battle of Osgiliath that I got set up here. Gonna play this in a couple of days. I'm just waiting for some things to get finished. Little background in this. So you can see I got the blue mat. That's gonna be the River Anduin. There's no bridge, and then there's a bit of a harbor front walkway. So a street along the edge of the river, and then some houses. So I'm using the ruins of Osgiliath for the two housing complexes I have, with a little street going through the center that goes to a square where I'm using Galadriel's mirror as like a little thing there just for the view. And I also have the housing pieces from the Fellowship of the Ring and Return of the King. I also have an aquarium piece of a Roman Colosseum, and I've got some Gondorians hiding out, all my archers. So basically I've got a not quite 1,000-point army. It's going to be led by Faramir as well as Damrod, and I have two other captains with banners. So all in all I have 60 Gondorian warriors split up into 5 infantry companies, and then my archers all over the place. And I have 12 rangers, so a ranger company. 8 of them have bows, and 4 are just held in reserve. And then I also have the 2 Osgiliath veterans in there. Right now all I'm waiting for is I'm building rafts, and I'll get to that in just a minute. So currently I'm building the rafts down in my back room on top of my freezer and a table. And this is the first one, the prototype I made, the first one. Just popsicle sticks, just that I happen to have, because I don't want to spend a lot of money on this. And I made a box-shaped one, which won't be very fast going across the water. So it's a ferry, I guess. And I just painted it brown with some acrylic paint I got from the Buck store, because I wasn't going to spend my $6 Games Workshop paint on something like this. And I need a lot of it too. And then I went with a more boat-like design on this one and this one. These two are done. I'm not going to put a back end on this, so it's easier to get guys in and out. And these can hold like up to 15. I already had a whole bunch of figures in there, depending on what size they are. And then here I got just the basic boards out. So all I do is I make a couple of cuts to give it that arrow shape, and then put the sides on it. And over here, I've already started putting sides on this. This one's probably stuck together. I've already put the front on that. I'll put a side, that one down. Same here, that one's better. Just a quick, simple design. Paint these up and I'll have 6 rafts for my orcs to go on. So I'm going to use a 1,000-point, almost 1,000-point Gondorian army. And I'm going to make my Mordor forces to be around probably a 2,000 point, maybe 2,500 point. In the book it mentions that they can make Mordor pay 10 times the exchange in the crossing of the Anduin and still have enough troops. They could lose a host more than we could lose a company. Something like that. I don't have the exact book here. So anyway, that's what I'm doing here. I'm waiting for these to be finished, painted, dry up. I might actually put I have a wood stain too, so I might try that. See if the wood stain will look good on this. Make it look a little bit more decent. And go from there. Hopefully, and then we'll play the game. I'll get my kids to play the game with me. Okay, update here. I got my rafts all designed and ready to go. 6 little rafts, all painted up. Nothing pretty, but these are orcs we're talking about building this shit. And all of them are loaded up. Anywhere from usually 12 orcs in a raft. Sometimes there's 15 depending on the size. And they're all ready to go. Basically I have 16 companies of orcs ready to cross over. So a company of 8 figures in each company. For every 5 companies there's going to be a captain. I know the rule book says it should be, or for every company there should be a captain, but in this case it takes it's too much work. So, and I've got archers in the bow ready to shoot. Technically I should have two in each boat, but I don't. It's whatever could fit at the time. And now everything is set. Now each boat is I'm gonna change the rule a bit. Each boat is gonna have to roll a 6-sided dice, and that will see how far it goes across the water, because rivers are generally tricky things. The current any obstructions, and then the skill of the crew rowing the boat. Now, I don't have rowers in this thing. That's just, you know, for the sake of it. Nor am I going to worry about flaming arrows. If I could have, I would have put like 20 of these boats out there. But then I don't have enough orcs to fill every boat. What's going to happen is a boat is going to come across. They probably take like 3 or 4 rounds. They're going to be shot at with arrows. Obviously, once the tip of the boat hits that beach, that quay, they're going to leap out, take like one turn, then the boat goes back. So by the time it goes back and comes back, it will be reloaded with more orcs. I'll just recycle my orcs until 3,000 points worth of orcs have crossed over. Maybe more. This could go on forever. So you could have orc boats all over the place. The idea is that the archers are going to fire as much as possible at the boats. And when one of those things land, then the companies behind will march out and engage at the quays. In Peter Jackson's movie, he just had guys hiding behind stonework, waiting for the orcs to come out. Stupidest thing in the world. If anything, there should have been archers just peppering them. Each boat as it landed, there should have been archers there just taking out as many as they could with arrows before they even got off the ship. But of course it was a foggy night and they came over and they were kind of surprised, but still they were waiting there. They should have been shooting arrows right away. So Peter Jackson definitely made the Gondorians look really weak and military inept, which I didn't like, considering that the most advanced civilization still in Middle Earth. Anyway, we'll play this and see how it works.